Okay.
Okay. Today we're going to be assembling the Belle Mastermix MC110. As you can see, we've already got the things out of the box. In the box you get 3 legs, the stand, the handle, a very important piece, the electric motor, which is a 300 watt, 230 or 40 volt motor.
Oh, what? What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Right.
Did you hear me say bullshit? Oh, are you doing something? Never mind. This is Sod's Law, Wayne. Sod's Law.
Right, okay.
Oh, I don't know, it's so serious, man. I've got all my lines.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Today we're going to be opening, Today we're going to be assembling the Belle Mastermix MC110. As you can see, we've already got some of the things out of the box. We've got 3 legs, the stand, the handle, the 230 volt 300 watt electric motor, and the main piece is the drum or barrel. Not too heavy, easy for transportation, probably weighs about 10 kilos. Now, I'm going to turn it this way up because I want to show you the ring gear. So, about the ring gear, it comes just with this protective cardboard on. I'll take that off. And we've also got a plastic cover, which I'll explain about later. Now then, this is the ring gear, and as you, I don't know if you can see, but it is actually plastic. However, the pinion wheel, which drives the drum, is metal. Now initially, I was worried about this, so I rang Belle. I spoke to a nice lady there, and I asked about this, and she said that she'd never had any problems at all, or they'd never had any returns. But if there was a problem, this little piece of equipment is actually only about £14. Obviously there's going to be some cost of packing, so £15 if you needed to buy a new one. You'd have to drill out the rivets and probably put some bolts in. I don't think that'd be a problem. I also asked whether I should grease this, and she spoke to somebody in technical, and there was really 2 schools of thought about this. If you grease it, it could possibly last a lot longer, but they did say the grease could then attract dust, sand, etc. and stick it and help to wear it out, so it would be counterproductive. So if you don't grease it, probably no problem, the dust won't stick to it. If you do grease it, it may run a little bit quieter, it might help to wear it out. I don't know. As I say, £15 for a new one, should you need it, but it's very, very hard stuff. I don't think there'll be a problem. So, now we're going to start the assembly. Now just before we do, I'll show you what comes with the kit. We've got 4 M8 bolts, 1 M12, an all-important clip. It doesn't look like much, but that keeps the drum on the motor. We've got some plastic bits, which I'll show you what we do with them later. And we've got some tools. Now the tools do not come with the mixer, these are mine. We're going to need a 13mm spanner, a 19, and of course I've got a 19 socket and a 13 socket. I've just got a rubber mallet just in case we need to drive anything home without damaging anything. It's always a good tool to have. Now then, the legs are what I'm going to put on first. Before we start, just remember that these legs go against the floor like that and not like that. So bear that in mind, otherwise you might find you've got some like this and some like this. It won't be very stable. So we start with one leg and the tripod. I'm going to take one of the M8s and just thread that through there quite simply, like that. I'm just going to loosely put that on and tighten that up afterwards, and then another one. Again, same deal. A little bit awkward by yourself, but not too bad. Just line that up. And there. And the last one. Again, just checking it's the right way around. Dead simple, and then we'll tighten them up. Basically, that's the tripod. You can see we've got one left, and that's to put the handle on the motor, which we'll do in a minute. So, what we'll do now is just lift these up. You don't need to be over tightened, depending on whether it's going to be permanent. If you're going to disassemble it after use, like I am, we don't need to overdo it, as long as they're just not going to come off. Last one. Now, a little bit rattly, but it's going nowhere. As I say, you could tighten them up really tight, maybe even squish them in if you're going to be stood in one place for a long time, but I don't want to do that, and that's solid enough for me. Now the next bit is we're going to attach the handle, this is the handle that you use for tipping the whole unit up, to the motor. I'd like to just have a look at this. We've got the switches on top and the cable coming out here. The final orientation should look something like this. Now then, when this is brand new, you can see I've already tried to get this in here. Sometimes they're well covered in paint and you can't get it in. Now, the obvious thing will be to give it a clap with a mallet. However, you may just damage your paint. One of the other ways is to just work this in by twisting and pushing. Initially I did put a little drop of oil, and in fact I'll put a little bit more on, just a drop, just to ease it. More than a drop, but never mind. So what you do is you get that in there, and as I say, work it in. If you need to, you can give it a little tap, but you end up with the whole assembly like this. Let's just get this worked in so it's easy to come on and off. Hold on. Just got to find that hole. There we are. As I say, it can be just a little awkward getting it lined up. Now then, let's get the bolt in. Again, rubber mallet. Drive that through. And tighten it up. There we go again with the 13mm spanner. Again, no need to over tighten, depending on whether you're going to leave the handle attached. I'm just going to make that very lightly, it's not going anywhere. And the whole thing should look like that. Now then, the next bit is we're going to attach this to the tripod that we assembled earlier. Okay, right, now the next bit is we're going to attach the motor to the tripod which we prepared earlier. What you must get ready is this bolt. This is the 12mm bolt. Make sure you've got that either to hand or in your hand. Personally, I'm going to put it in my hand. When you pick up the motor, and make sure that the tripod has the leg to this side. This is I'm going to bring the motor in from this side. You can see the open end of this bracket is facing away, and this is the way that we come in. So I'm going to offer this up. Again, with it being brand new, there's quite a lot of paint there, so it does tend to be a bit tight. Just work this bolt through. It goes through quite easy. There we go. And at that point, you can let go. It's designed to balance itself like that. So I'll put the bolt on and you don't have any accidents. Just quick knit that up. Again, no need to over tighten it. I'm just going to, certainly don't want to be bending anything, but I'll just knit that up so that it's not going to come. And as you can see, that's the tipping motion of the whole mixer. It doesn't look much at this stage because of course the drum's not on. And that is the next stage. Just one thing I forgot to mention before we put the drum onto the assembly, there's the ring gear guard. A little bit of plastic there, not much to it, and we're going to use these 3 clips that come with the assembly. Now, you can just what I'll do, that just goes in the single hole there, like that, and just offer that up there, clip that on there, which will line it up more or less right. And we've got 2 little plastic plugs here, which will allow us to just line this up into the correct place. They push in quite easily. And that there, can't say it's permanently fixed, but it's in the right position. This is just the ring gear guard, just to stop dust and things getting inside that ring gear. And the next bit is just to offer up the whole drum assembly to the motor. Okay, so the next and final stage is to put the drum onto the motor. But before we do, I'd like to show you what this clip is for and what we're going to do with it. It's important that you just understand what's going on here. I've got a little flange here, and this clip is eventually, when we get it on the motor, it's going to be clipped on there, and then you'll see there's a little hole there. It's just going to go in like that. That's all it does, and it holds the drum on. It's very robust, and that's all you need to hold the drum on. So just bear that in mind and keep that with you, ready for the next bit. Now then, do this on your own, it's not too much of a problem. Just make sure you line this up nice and easy and go onto the bearing like that. And you'll see as it comes through the other side, you can see pushes up against that rubber seal. Now the clip, as I said before, is going to go behind that bearing. Just push that on there, push it round, and it should just clip in like that. And you'll see that is now a solid fix. And it's pretty much almost ready to make some cement. There's just these 2 last little things, which are only for decoration really. And this is where the rubber mallet does come in. We can just make the job a little bit neater with a couple of rubber bums, just to make the whole thing look a little bit better. Oops. Seem too much to go in. Professional job. And that's the Belle Mastermix 110 MC assembled and ready to go.